And we are live.
Okay. Welcome, everybody. This is CBSI Presents Tales from the Flipside, number 81. I'm Dino with Forgotten 5 Comics. The podcast is brought to you by comicbookinvest.com, CBSI for all your speculation and comic book reading needs. And we also have comic book swag for all your apparel for comic book related characters and such by our boys Scotty and Emiliano. So make sure that you buy from them, so you guys can do some good stuff. I'm Dino. Boys, introduce yourselves.
Hey, my name is Paul of Paul's Problems, where if it's not my problem, I'll make it yours.
What up, guys? This is McClay. Hope you guys are liking the new setup and continue to give us input and feedback.
And John Z here, bringing up the rear of the crew today. So looking forward to talking some comics.
Oh yeah. So how was your guys' week?
Good. I'm trying to see if we're streaming on YouTube. I don't see anything coming up though.
Well, I think there's probably a little bit of a delay. Let's just continue on. If it doesn't show up, we'll keep it going. Anybody get any pickups or anything?
I got a big box from F5 who hooked me up, and I'm gonna make a separate slab video. So, no teasers. I'm just gonna save it all.
You're not even going to tease us with one?
No, there were some turtles in there.
Come on, Paul. Just a tip, buddy.
Just a tip.
Blue labels.
Pull one out of the box.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
All right. What's up, everybody? So I see people in the chat looking good.
Is the video going though?
The video is going.
Okay, good. Perfect.
So if you guys go to the YouTube page, you should see episode 81 is now live.
Go.
Live. So, but yeah, go ahead.
No, we've got that dual number thing going. Dino's got one, so somebody needs to go in the old chat or the old one and hook it up.
Okay.
Yeah, we're in.
I don't know why it makes two of them. So stupid. That's okay. I'll go in the other one.
Okay.
So you guys go ahead. Somebody go ahead for pickups, and I'm doing this real quick.
Technical difficulties via Paul's Problems.
Yeah. Fucking Paul.
All right, so I picked one out of the box, random-ish, but a while ago I was on a kick for the Joker covers, where Joker was other characters. So one that I didn't think it was going to be a 9.8 by a long shot. So I was looking at them on eBay and all that good stuff, but this is a Catwoman 65. And so I'm glad to add that to the PC. I'll probably put a picture on Instagram or something of all the covers that I have so far.
Oh yeah, that's a great for people that collect Joker covers. That's a great cover.
Yeah.
Hey Brian, your sharing's a little off on YouTube.
Okay, let me take a look here.
There you go.
Yeah, go ahead. We're good.
Yeah, some of the YouTube one too, but yeah. So that's an old kick I was on and kind of left it by the wayside and picked it back up. So that's one from the box, but I'll put that one on the video too. And
You submitted that one?
yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't. You know what's funny? I don't know what you submitted.
I forgot. So it was a cool surprise. I told Scott not to send me the
grades.
not to send me any of the grades, but
Good.
or the list. I mean, he said they were all 9.8s, which was fine.
Yeah.
But I couldn't remember what books they were. And then our good buddy, Mr. Robert Fordham Jr., who caught our foreign comic book bug, sent me a couple pictures he's going to shop, and I was like, yeah, send me them, man. And wouldn't even let me pay shipping. So a good guy sent me the April Archie series #2, which I don't have.
Oh wow.
I've never seen that one. Jesus.
Yeah, it was like a little mini series. I need to make a list of the turtle books I don't have and that aren't easily accessible, or even if they are, just buy them. Then he sent me Archie TMNT present Mutant or Mighty Mutimals.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That was a cool one.
I've had #2. I've never seen #1.
Yeah, this is #1. So that's neat to have. And So
Okay, number 2
he might-
sitting next to me somewhere.
he might have sparked me to go down the whole old turtle books that I don't have, since everybody's focusing on the new stuff right now. And then Jason Shaw also shot me a message, and he said, "Hey, I know you're into skull covers, and so I wanted to send this your way. So much love to those guys. I appreciate it." I told him I had a copy, but the picture he sent me was, mine is definitely not this nice. It's a House of Secrets number 105.
Ooh.
I thought that was a cool cover. Some
Yeah.
fishing and
You like to fish? We seen pictures of you fishing.
yeah, I picked that up with some pliers.
Pink ones.
Pink ones. And then, so this is a story that we alluded to last week, where I purchased a book from John Z by accident, and it was the 1 in 100 Ninja Turtles Bebop and Rocksteady Hit the Road. And it's funny, I thought had just come out. I was confused because I saw it on Kevin Eastman's site and it sold out. So I don't know if he had a re-up, or maybe I probably sorted the site wrong. But so appreciate that. That's going into the PC for sure. It's a nice copy. I might get a 9.8 Z. I don't know. It's pretty solid.
Yeah, it was a good copy. I debated grading it, and it just wasn't worth the money investment. I don't set enough moderns in, so it would just sat there.
Yeah, I might do a big batch. Maybe I'll do a big batch once a week.
Oh, now he's in the big batches. Look at this guy.
It's only $dollars. So I got in the mail my second print of IDW number 95,
Ooh.
and so this is the front, and this is from your available at your LCS, and this is the back. This is the Eastman blue sketch.
Mm-hmm.
I actually like that one. There's very few Eastman covers I really like, and that one looks pretty good.
His art's growing on me. I used to not like it, and then I joined his fan club, and so you get access to exclusive books and all that stuff. And so he had a issue 95, limit one per customer kind of thing.
You made 2 accounts, didn't you?
No, but it was funny. You could add more to your cart, but it said, which I figured this would just be a simple website fix, but it said if you add more, if we catch you buying more than one, we'll only send you one, and then we'll charge you a restocking fee for the other books. I'm like, why don't you just make it one per customer on your website?
Yeah, make it so they can't order them. That's ridiculous.
Amateurs. Hey, you need somebody to help them run a website, you know.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
Tony, we're paging you.
Yeah, no kidding.
But that's all I got.
This one? Who wants to go next? I'll go last. How about that? Because my story is interesting.
I got a few things. Just Ozzy had given me some books and Slash my shark cover loving kid a few books, so just showing those off. I didn't get a chance to. This one is for my love of van art. War of the Realms #1 variant.
Hey, you want to go the opposite way? There you
There
go.
you go.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
Which is a nice painted van variant of Thor.
That is really cool.
Yeah, I didn't even know it existed, so
I think you need to I think Sean needs to beat you up for that one. Sean might actually want to.
yeah, I didn't even know. I'd never even seen it, so thanks Ozzy for finding it and throwing it out there. I mean, I think there's a was it Marvel Premiere or Marvel Spotlight with an image of Thor that it's number. I don't know. There's an image of Thor in a Marvel Premiere, the same series as first Star-Lord. That is probably the definitive Thor image to me, which looks like it should be on a van.
Yeah.
On a side note, somebody posted on Instagram something I'd never seen before, a magazine called Van Lovers, and it had Frazetta on the cover going, "The man behind the murals." So I may need to hunt that down.
I think I've seen I've seen probably 3 or 4 Frazetta vans.
I would love a Frazetta van.
Yeah.
A couple more just quick ones. Mighty Samson, a flying red shark. Never seen that before. Dang, I gotta get the other side. Failing today.
Is that a gold key?
It is a gold key Mighty Samson. sorry, I don't have the number. I'm sure it's some terrible number,
Bring that
but
closer.
what?
Bring it closer to the camera there.
There we go.
Is it from like the 70s? I don't even know.
Yeah, it's probably late 60s, 70s.
Cool.
Aquaman number 41 with a variety of what great white sharks.
Why are they all? They look like
They
Joker.
got Joker smiles, yeah.
This appears to be the pre-New 52 one. So
It's like the shark who laughs or something. It's weird.
yeah. And then just one other one, not a shark cover. He got this for me because he knows I am collecting the Injustice variants and one. So he got me Injustice number 2, the third print variant, which has Joker about to beat the living tar out of Hal Jordan.
That's a great
So.
cover. It's got a crowbar too.
Yes, absolutely. So I mean, you all know I love this run. The story is great, and I don't know. I've been picking up some 9/8, some various variants. I just think potential. It's a video game / comic crossover, and it's cheap spec. So
Curious.
that's all I got today.
I just have a few,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go into the card world. I went by a Target the other day. It was in a Target the other day for something else, and I ended up dropping by the card section, and they have a new series out. Sorry about the lighting, guys. Topps Chrome, and this is the new Topps Chrome series that they have out. I will say this: I didn't.
What did the box run you?
What's that?
What did the box run you?
$20 for this little blaster box. It comes with, let's see here, 7 packs per box plus 1 bonus pack of 4 sepia refractor cards where you can only get in this box, I guess. So what I will say about it is I don't like the hits per, to box ratio. I bought 5 boxes just to test them out and see what they were like. And out of that, I only got a couple like decent hits worth talking about. I got out of 5 boxes, I got 2 of the Pete Alonso rookie cards from the Mets. Let's see here. Let's try to do this here. You guys can see that. And he's a pretty big rookie star right now. And I know this isn't his real rookie, but I got 2 of those. I got a Eloy Jimenez refractor rookie. This is the guy out of the White Sox that's doing so good, the rookie. And I apologize because of the light not showing up very well right now. I did get 1 autograph at a number to 99, Arcia. Let's see, Francisco Arcia. And this is the green autograph.
Cool.
Yeah. And then this is kind of cool. This is a special refractor that they don't even say refractor on it, and it's the reverse negative refractor, and they're pretty hard to get. And this is a Gleyber Torres reverse negative refractor.
And how many boxes did you get?
I bought 5 boxes.
What was a box? How much?
Yeah, $20 a box.
Oh, that's a cheap buy-in at least.
Yeah, just to test it out and see what it's like, and I guess kind of one of the things is to help the listeners maybe decide whether they want to try a box or not. I just didn't like I would suggest getting a hobby box. In the hobby box, I think you're guaranteed 5 autos per box. So just go buy a hobby box instead of the blasters. I think you're going to have a better chance. They're definitely not as good as the Bowman Mega boxes. So that's that.
Cool.
So I know, Dino, you wanted to give a shout out to a listener.
Oh, I didn't. I put
No.
Paul,
Yeah.
sorry.
All day.
Oh, it's all good. Yeah.
I don't want to shout out over, so I don't want to shout out name. Let's get that squared away. No, I'm joking.
Well, I was going to give some shout out to some of our people live on the YouTube. We got Mike Z, Joe Seaborn's out there, Dennis Hayes, Comic Man Andy, Kyle 64791.
What up, Kyle?
I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. And I also wanted to give a shout out to Martin. I'm sorry if I butcher your last name. You would imagine I would be an expert with my last name, but I believe it's Fairlie, and he's a listener from London. and he messaged me a while ago. And anybody who's into our foreign shows, he said that we were talking about the Mexican Spidey checklist, and he wanted to let everyone know there's a website called SpiderMex, SpiderMex.com, that has all the Mexican Spider-Man books by publisher, date, issue number, and includes full color scans of every cover as well.
You're not supposed to pass that information on.
You should have stopped me. It was in the outline.
Makes life harder on those of us trying to get them.
Free cornbread.
So ignore all that. But good shout out to Martin. Thanks for tuning in all the way from London. Appreciate it.
Very cool.
Can I do my pickup?
Yes.
Totally pass my pickup. You
I
guys are
apologize.
bastards.
Yeah.
You guys are really bastards. You guys are really killing me. This.
Yeah.
No. Okay. So I bought a book. Let me get it over here. So came in a nice. I'm not gonna dox the guy. I should though, but came in a nice little mailer. Right. No big deal. So I go to open it up, and it looks just like this. Oh. I'll go the right way. So it looks just like this. The bag has blown out, which is problem number one. Problem number two is you see there is no cardboard, it's just a bag. And like he said the backing board was used to keep it supportive, which was a plus. So let me bud. See, he even realizes this stuff. Okay. So what he did, boys, I'm sorry, I'm over here now. So what he did was he actually used some tape to like seal it right down on the thing. Well, the bag exploded. So now when I turn this very, very gently, it's basically gonna rip.
How does a bag even explode?
I don't even want to know. He's like, oh, it's a Mylar bag. I'm like, I don't care what kind of bag it was. So and it's going at the bottom too. It's at the bottom. It's all, and then it's like deep, like it's fucked, man. I mean, it's a modern comic. It's fucked. I mean, there's nothing I'm gonna do. So, sorry for cursing too, but
That's pretty hard to do, to make it that bad.
And this guy supposedly ships on eBay too, so
It may not have been his fault, but he didn't check the bag.
yeah, didn't check the bag. He said, oh, it must have been happened in shipping. So he shipped it priority, so he's gonna get his money back. So he goes, I said, hey man, I really don't want to, I spent $45 for this book, so it wasn't like I spent like $8,000 for a book. I was like, hey, can I get my money back? Obviously I don't want the book now since I can't do anything with it. He goes, I'll give you half the value of the book back.
I think you go, it was ship priority, you can get a full claim, let's move on.
Yeah, so then he goes, I'll give you the full value, but not the shipping. And I was like, I just said, whatever, dude. So he still hasn't responded back. I don't think he's credited me yet. I don't know. I'll just hit him up with a PayPal claim, because I pay goods and services for all my books. For shady people I don't know. But yeah, it's fucked, man. I mean, it's sad too, because it just...
Yeah, that's a bummer, especially for that nice of a book. Yeah,
pretty much.
That sucks.
He told me, oh, I can keep the book. I'm like, thanks, bud. I can keep it.
Trash for you.
So basically, that's my only pickup. I mean, he was. I didn't know. I guess I kind of did full pot and say it was detached at the cover because it kind of looks detached at the cover theoretically.
It did, yeah.
It's not, but it just severely fucking miswrapped because it's pulling from that tape. So. But yeah, the cover's gonna. It's gonna. Here, I'll show everybody. Fuck it, I should just rip it off. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
So it's like ripping the actual paper. See how it's ripping away.
What did you send this guy?
What?
What did you send him?
Nothing.
Well, I think you need to change that.
Oh, I thought it was a trade.
Oh no, I didn't send him anything. I should have sent him a big bag of dicks.
Yeah.
So that was my. And it's I'm obviously everybody knows we're Forgotten Five Comics. We're sellers, so it's not like it pisses me off when people do this stuff and they ship. So he shipped it priority, and he didn't bag it. And these guys, this isn't the first time people was like, I've just shipped it that way. I've seen people ship things without shipping it correctly, and it's like, come on, man. Like, if you're gonna charge me priority shipping, like, fucking be a man and like let's protect a book, man. Like, I'm not saying that's like the world's greatest book, and it probably wouldn't have been a 9.8, but when it's a modern book and the tape's all fucked, it's like you're not gonna. It's worthless now, pretty much. Honestly, I mean,
I know we have some audio problems going on. We're gonna try and figure them out. So hopefully that'll help you guys.
Oh,
You want to just test it now? No.
What's that? Yeah, I'm trying to look into it. So I'm gonna see if it's anything we can fix.
oh,
So just
keep
going. Yeah.
Yeah, always not me. As I'm going to the YouTube, sorry, I'm actually looking on YouTube. Yeah, rookie packaging. Yeah, I mean, basically, a modern book, if you're not going to get a 9.8 or close to it, it's worthless. I mean, that book's probably, I mean, I might as well just trash it. There's no sense of trying to, like, save it and, like you said, use a hairdryer and try to blow off the tape. I mean, it's just,
I don't know.
yeah, I mean, no, I'm just saying, like, you could do it. I mean, like, you can get stickers off books and stuff like that. But it's like, dude, it's the amount of time I'm going to put into it is, I mean, I'm not going to, it's already fucked, so.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah. So, I mean,
something like that should never happen, especially on a spec book like that.
So, good news is for everybody's Teen Titans 12, there's one less of them. So I'm gonna trash it. So
killing them one at a time, buddy.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna kill them one at a time, and then I'm gonna have them all. So, I don't know. I mean, maybe that. Oh, way better now. Whatever you guys did, it worked.
Yeah, so we'll keep that going. Hell yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So basically that's my only pickup, and that's pretty
crappy one this week.
Yeah, I mean, you can't win them all. You can't bet 1,000 every time. I mean, I haven't bought as much as I have lately. Like, I mean, and honestly, the site where I bought it from, I don't want to review it to everybody, but where I buy it from, it's hit or miss most of the time, and most of the time it's not bad, and they have moderators and whatnot. So
was it SpideyMex.com?
I mean, it was. Actually, it was Mercado or whatever that John Z and me we had to get a Spanish translator, and I had to buy it in pesos and
Mercado Libre, buddy.
Mercado Libre, yeah. So
it was actually Paul's Problems Comics.
Yeah.
We guarantee a problem with every shipment.
Yeah. I mean, I bought it on this thing called comicbookinvest.com where you actually could buy books and have shops. It was Paul's Problems. I don't know who that guy is, but he shipped it like a dickhead.
Extra.
So, I know it's bad. I'm going to get kicked off of YouTube because it's terrible. But anyways, all the PG-13 listeners are losing their minds right now. So, yeah, I mean, it's just sad. I mean, and it's I told the community kind of, I was like, hey, maybe we should have, like, Paul does a great thing, about, how you ship your comic articles, shipping comics articles. Yeah. I was like, hey, we got one already written. Like, just can we put it up so people can see it? Like.
Yeah, and if you don't trust my advice, Brian Wood wrote one. So
yeah, and I was gonna put his on. I mean, not yours, but I was gonna put his on.
There's like 6 good ways to ship a comic and 6,000 bad ones.
Yeah, it's so I don't know. I mean, my YouTube people stay. Oh, I know. Oh yeah, I know. Will. But anyways, it's crazy. But I don't know. It's frustrating sometimes. We'll see. I did pick up this though. I don't think I showed this to anybody here. Let me grab this real quick. It's like, yeah, buddy, scratch the shit out of the comic right now.
Put it in the litter box.
Yeah, I mean, the cats are going crazy. Okay, can I have my comic back, bud? Thanks. I hope he tells me to ship it back. So I bought my girlfriend this.
Yeah.
And we'll see what it doesn't come with the action figure, but I thought it was pretty cool in general. It's a Friday the 13th Camp Crystal Lake accessory set, and then if you flip it, so you actually can like hold it, like it has Jason, and then you can.
Nice. I saw a picture of the one that's kind of in the middle of him tied to the center block in someone's fish tank.
Yep.
A picture of that.
Yep. You sent this to me, so I bought this one. Actually, you know what? Guess where I got this from? Nobody's gonna know. Where do you think I got that? GameStop? Okay, what do you think I got it from, Paul?
Let Go app?
Nope. My comic shop actually sold this to me.
Huh.
I actually had this. I couldn't believe it. But I'm trying to find the figure. I think the figure's like $30 or something. I think it's a $30 figure. I'm like, it's kind of expensive, but so she thought it was cool.
There was on the topic of the Friday the 13th and the little floating fish tank guy here
Yes.
in Arizona. We have a lake out here. I live right by. It's called Lake Pleasant, and they had an art installation in there for years, where it was somebody took that scene of Jason. I think it was, I can't remember, Friday the 13th number 8 maybe, where they wrapped a chain around his neck and he's trying to float up, but he can barely get to the top. They took that and made it into a statue that looked so real. You could search it. It's under Lake Pleasant Jason, and you'll see the pictures. And they put it underwater, and it was there for years. And people would, hear about it from friends, and then they would go check it out and scuba dive and check it out. And they eventually made the people pull it out after a couple of years. Recently, it got like a year and a half ago, maybe they pulled it out of the lake. But it was such a cool idea. I wish they would have kept it.
Hold on, I'll put it up for everybody to see. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let's see what we can do here. So it looks like this.
Yeah, there you guys go. I mean, how cool is that? In the middle of a lake, in Arizona.
There you go. So somebody's like scuba diving with it, obviously. No, it's cool. That's definitely cool. I mean,
yeah.
Thank you.
So I always thought that was interesting. And when I think Paul posted the aquarium guy, or was it you, Dino, that posted it?
I always say it's Jason Aquarium.
It was so genius, and it made me think of this.
Yeah, it looks like this. Yeah,
it almost looks like that same statue. Yeah, it's exactly what it looks like. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you take a toy from the shelf like that, if you have to coat it with something before you put it in a fish tank so it doesn't hurt the fish, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah? I mean, Hank the Russian Beta, just like this one, but mine's red. So his name's Hank the Russian Beta. He doesn't care. He's an animal. He's sad.
Yeah. He's definitely not going to tell you he cares because you don't understand him, man.
That's
you
right.
That's
right. No, he knows. He floats up to the tank when I feed him. He knows me. No. Okay. So.
Yeah. So anyway, I thought that was pretty interesting. I've been meaning to tell Paul or tell you about it, Dino, and I know you and your girl are really into those characters, as my brother is too. So pretty cool.
Yeah. Thanks, dude. No, anything horror related, like if so, I guess I can throw it out there. So. She's always into like horror books, so if you want to, and I'll show your stuff on the show. If you want to send me stuff, or you see like Friday the 13th, or Jason, or Freddy Krueger books, or something of that nature, I'll definitely pay you for them and whatever. But if anybody sees them, I will buy them from you. Or if you see a good stack of them for cheapish, let me know.
Yeah, those Freddy vs. Jason ones can be pretty pricey.
Yep.
The J. Scott Campbell ones that connect. Ooh.
Yeah, I've got. I think the most expensive one I bought for was like $50. So I mean, it's not like I don't. I mean, whatever. I mean, I'm just hoping nobody. It's like a $1,000 book or something like that. Like I mean, probably $50 to lower.
If you find the 9.9, he wants it.
Yeah. I don't tell her about the first Groot. Oh god. Yeah, I've got.
Sorry about that, guys.
No, you're okay. So,
audio's a lot better, so whatever you did, appreciate it.
Okay.
He actually did his job. No, I mean, I think we're still gonna work out some of the bugs. I haven't told everybody this, but I think I'm gonna buy this after because I think it's working so well.
Yeah.
I think
I'm gonna throw in on it.
Yeah, I can buy it, and then we'll get better stuff like banners and stuff and blah 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 blah. So, but
very cool. One of the first stories that I want to talk about is something that came up in a chat and with a bunch of us we talked about, and this is the Dave Johnson and Arthur Sidon fiasco. And I'm going to go ahead and, if you don't mind sharing me, I'm going to go ahead and share. What's that?
Wasn't Sinkovic involved too?
Yes, Sinkovic was involved, or Sienkiewicz, he was involved. There was a lot of guys involved, and this got pretty out of hand. Let me see here if I can show you guys this. All right, so Let me share my screen. Sorry about this. This is me being unprofessional.
Well, hey, we have the most unprofessional podcast. Okay?
Yeah.
Well,
So here,
Talk Jamie at when you need him. Jesus.
yeah, here is the post Dave Johnson put out, and I'm gonna read this for everybody. Basically, it's a Dave Johnson put up a picture of Arthur Sitem's Marvel Zombies. I forget what number it is, but it's the homage to the Todd McFarlane Wolverine 340 or Incredible Hulk 340 variant with Wolverine, and you see the reflection of Hulk on his blades and claws. And he put a Gonzo, nose and sunglasses on the picture, and he basically said this: Arthur Sitem has inspired me. Why put any effort into your art when Photoshop makes it easy to take other people's art and call it your own? I'll be selling my totally original Marvel Zombie print collection at SDCC this year. Here's the first of many. I should have about 100 different designs done in about an hour. Thanks, Arthur, for showing me the way. P.S. If you're sitting next to me, I'll be taking over your table space. And he put this out July 9th, and I just saw it, and I just thought it was interesting. There's lots of stories about the table space joke is a story. I'll go ahead and show you some of the other things here. That table space one's a story about him. He likes to take over, commandeer other artists' table space and comic. Yeah, go ahead.
Isn't that one of the famous cosplayer guys, right?
Yes, and that's what I'm showing on the screen right now is another thing that he ripped off. And it's kind of goes back to the whole Gamora the Gamora ripoff that what's his name did. Who did that Gamora ripoff where it just dropped, it tanked?
I don't know.
Was that Matina? Who was that? Matina.
I don't know much about
yeah, it was Matina.
Yeah, Matina got a few.
Yeah, Matina's
that were close.
Yeah, and the prices on his books just dropped once it came out. And yes, Arthur Sitem's books aren't that hot, but once you get this name, I mean, it's one thing to have it in your own artist world, but then to get it in the rest of the world, it can cause some damage. And basically what Arthur Sitem doing is he's just being a douchebag, like commandeering other artists' tables and not giving it back and saying, I already set up my stuff and this and that. That has been an issue for like probably 10 to 15 years since I've first heard about it. And then he's also obviously being called out for stealing other people's art. And the Deceased cover that he did, which was an homage to the Killing Joke cover, he basically ripped off from, like Paul said, a famous cosplayer. And he just totally ripped it off. You can see on the screen right now, if you guys are watching on YouTube, what it looks like and how obvious it is.
Ouch.
So people are just coming out in droves.
And that's the final cover. This is the end of that GIF, right?
Yes, the final cover is the end of the GIF. Yep.
Everything.
I stepped away. Who did this horrible tragedy?
This is Arthur Sitem, the Marvel Zombies guy.
Oh, you mean Paul's favorite artist?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to pull my thing off the wall. I'll be right back.
Yeah, good, Paul.
But one of the things that I want to share real fast is while we're talking about this, I'll show you guys my fun story that I've talked about on the show before, my run-in with Arthur Sitem and my realizing what a big dick this guy is. And let me put it this way. So this was, I don't know, 10 years ago now, I'd say. And he was coming out. This is before Phoenix Comic-Con, so it was when it was being called Mesa Comic-Con, so it was that long ago. And he was one of the main artists that was being announced there. And he was the only reason I was going to go is when Zombies had already been out. He had gotten really big really fast because of the zombie stuff. He was already a big name in like the metal, what's that magazine called? Heavy Metal World. He did a lot of covers for there. He did a lot of Frazetta homages and stuff like that. But the zombies just really shot him into the atmosphere, and he decided he was going to come to the con, and I wanted to get a Watcher sketch from him, and that's the only reason I bought a ticket. I went on the first day just to go in there, walk in real quick, say, hey, can I get on your list? You mind putting me as sharing here, or I mean the main one? I want to show people the amazing sketch I got out of this. So
I
this
got you, buddy.
Yeah, so before I say anything, I'll show you guys the sketch. Here's what ended up happening. I go to the con, I walk in, I'm the first or second person to talk to him, and I say, hey, is your list of it is filled up? Can I get on the list? And he's like, yeah, it's $200, I think he said $200. It's either 150 or 200, one of the two. And you'll get a sketch, and a nice size sketch. I think he said 8x10 sketch. And I was like, cool. He's like, what do you want? I'm like, I'm a big fan of the Watcher. Can you do a zombified Watcher? And he's like, you need to go find a book that has the Watcher on it. Well, first he asked me, do you have anything that shows the Watcher? And I'm like, what? And I'm like, no, but I'm sure I can go find one. He's like, yeah, go find a book and then come back. So I had to go search the con for a cover with the Watcher on it. I go find it. I bring it back to him, and he goes, okay.
But it's probably hard to find, right? I mean, it's not like the Watcher is like a most sought after dude on the planet.
Yeah, it took me about probably 40 minutes or so. I went to every table and asked, and they would say, oh, yeah, go take a look. So I ended up having to look, and I found a old, like a Fantastic Four from the time of Marvel Zombies that they had the Watcher on it, which is cool. I like that. That's whoever was doing that art at the time was a perfect person, to hand to him. And so he goes, okay, this should be done in by the end of the day today. So I leave the con, go hang out. My parents live out in Mesa. I hang out with my parents for a little bit. I come back at the end of the day, and I go up to him. I said, hey, I'm here for the sketch. He goes, oh, I didn't even get a chance to start it. I've been really busy. Do you mind coming back tomorrow? I'm like, no problem. I understand that. So I come back I come back first thing the next day.
Could you have said the guy from the first appearance of Galactus on the cover?
Yeah, right. I mean,
right there, the guy in the Greek robe, that guy.
Yeah, it's so obvious to me. I guess I'm just because I'm a big fan. Maybe that's the only reason. But, so I said, I'm here to pick up the sketch. He goes, oh, I didn't even get a chance to start it. I was so busy working on the other sketches, and I thought to myself, I was like the first or second person. What other sketches? So I was like, okay. I was like, I might not be able to come back Sunday. Do you want to take down my address? And he's like, yeah, well, first try to come back, and if you can, I'll give it to you tomorrow, but if not, give me your address. So I gave him my address. I come back Sunday. Sure enough, again, nope, he didn't get it. He's going to send it out to me. And then he tells me, I'll make sure I make it really extra cool. I apologize. I'll get it done tonight or on the plane ride home, and I'll send it first thing when I get back home. So I thought, okay, this is going to be cool. I understand artists, sometimes they have, he's at a con, he's probably being bombarded with autographs, and he was really big at the time. So I thought, no problem. About a month goes by, I hear nothing. I try contact him, I get nothing. I have his email address, nothing at the email address. Another month goes by, nothing. And I'm sending in an email like once every week or so at this point. So finally, I just try and contact other places. So I contact his Facebook account, and he has an administrator doing his Facebook account, and she contacts me and she says, oh yeah, she said something like, I told her what was going on and I couldn't get a hold of him, and she's like, oh yeah, his email account got hacked, here's his, let me talk to him, this and that. So she gets back to me and she goes, it's going to be out in the mail, here's what Arthur said, and she just copied and pasted his email back to her, and it's like, tell him that I already did the sketch. It's part of a new sketchbook I'm putting out. It's going to be featured. It's a really good sketch, and I apologize, and I'm sending it out. So about another month and a half goes by, and I finally get the sketch in the mail. And I'm thinking, amazing sketch. This is going to be awesome. This is going to be cool. This is what I get. And don't get me wrong, at first, it doesn't look too bad. But for $150, $200 sketch that you waited a year for almost at that point. And look how big the Watcher is. Everything else around it he made huge, but look how big that Watcher is. And it's terrible.
More time on his signature.
Yeah, it's his signature. You're right, Paul. His signature is bigger than that. And it's just, I don't know. So this is the kind of crap that I dealt with. And once I started looking into it, I came across so many other artists, not just fans that have had problems with them, but other artists that have had problems with them. And the list is long. There's guys that have been talking about this table issue for years. There's people that have been talking about him stealing art. There's people talking about him just being an ultimate, just a jerk. So that's kind of my story about dealing with this
It's
douchebag.
sketchbook?
No, I never even saw it in any sketchbook. I checked a couple of them. I looked online. I looked everywhere. Nothing. That was all a line of crap. Unless somebody is a fan of Arthur Sidem and has a sketchbook and see that in there, please tell me. I would love to know. Which would be a little bit of cool, but still, the sketch is crap. You guys know me. I like to, if I get sketches and stuff or cool stuff to display, I'm putting it in a really nice frame.
That's not a good sign.
Yeah. And I'm not even framing this. Like, I don't even
consider
put
just
it out.
selling it, just trying to get it out of your mind.
I thought about that. I really thought about it, just recouping my money. But I mean, let's be honest. Who wants that?
Just post a really blurry picture.
Yeah, yeah. Or catfish him. Say it's somebody else's, like he does.
You should bring it to him at a con and be like, "Hey, you never finished this a few years ago."
That would be hilarious. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's funny. Another thing I thought of using it and taking it to some of those artists that really just have had bad experiences with them, and maybe try and get them to do like sketches on top of it.
Like a tattoo cover up.
Yes.
Yeah.
And just do like cool little things around it.
Start with his signature. I just cover his signature up.
Yes.
Totally.
So maybe I'll do that. If you guys have any ideas, cool things that I can do with this to make it really cool, I think the only other thing that I can think of is that idea. Just have some of those artists do little.
It's too much black to cover. I mean,
what if you just do some Photoshop on it and make some additions? I do want to say 39 BKR is saying the same thing. He had done a commissioned a Thing sketch and saying he got the same kind of crap.
Yes.
So why don't you actually just why don't you hook up with like one of the comic book store guys and give them that cover and produce a variant?
Oh yeah,
that is a great idea. Oh my god, that is a great idea.
Make a variant out of it.
Wow, hell yeah.
The thoughts and views expressed tonight are not endorsed by CBSI.
Hey, I'll talk to Ben about it. I don't care.
So speaking of the gentleman, he was at Toledo Comic Con. Sorry, were you done, Brian?
No, I am done. Yes, yeah. Thank you, man.
It took me a bit. I had to dig through my boxes. Of course, I looked at
What gentleman are we speaking of?
Mr. Sidem.
No, me. I was there.
Yeah, Dino.
Gentleman's a loose term. I'm not sure we want to use that.
Yeah,
that is Ohio. So I got this book cheap on eBay, the Marvel Zombies variant.
Spit at that, Robert.
And so I got it. He was at the Toledo Comic Con, and so I was like, "Oh, this was back when I was talking about having people sign the cases and all that." So he did sign the case, but I went up to him and I was just like, "Hey, would you mind to just sign this? Like, it takes you 3 seconds." And he's like, "Well, you got to buy something if you want me to sign it." And I'm like, "All right, well."
Wait. Paul was asking him. Let me retract that because Paul was asking him. He goes, "So is it normal for people to sign the case?" And screw to Arthur Sidem's fucking, I don't even know. He was like, "Yeah, everybody does it."
Have you ever signed a case before? Yeah, all the time. So he signed the case, and so I bought a print from him, which is, I don't know, the print's all right. He signed the print too, but it's
that's one of my favorite all-time prints.
Yeah.
I had a hard time finding that cover. That's one of the only things that I think I would display of Arthur Sidem's, just because it's such a cool print.
Maybe I'll take it down now that we know so much about him. The only thing
want to trade it for a sketch?
The only thing I don't like about it, if you notice how big his hand is.
Yeah. I wonder where he ripped that off from.
His hand is so out of proportion.
Let me look at the gun. Go look at the gun. Yeah, bring it to the left so I can see the gun.
The gun's huge too.
Yeah, his gun's pretty big too.
Yeah, that's the only. I noticed that one day looking at it. It's like,
I don't know if I like saying his gun is huge.
Maybe Clint Eastwood does have big hands.
I don't know, but yeah, that was
probably a big gun. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
That was the coolest thing at his table, and so I got his. I don't know what I paid for that, but he was really nice.
You paid for his lunch.
Once you gave him money.
he was really no, he was really nice until like I asked him to sign, and then he got snippy, like, yeah, but you have to buy something, and just like got really nasty. I'm like, Jesus Christ, sorry. I'm sorry you have a potential fan. Not
Yeah,
anymore.
right.
But yeah, I don't know.
I'm sorry I left your club, Paul. I reslabbed the only slab I had signed.
Well, I think we're gonna do an Arthur eBay lot, Brian and I. So it's gonna be Marvel Zombies 9/8,
And
Clint Eastwood print, and an OA.
sketch. Yeah.
Hey, put it at auction. We'll shoot out everybody the auction link.
Exactly.
How about this William benefit charity? How about that?
Yeah, my pocket.
Yeah, we're gonna fund the
The Brian McClay and Paul's Problems Foundation.
Yeah. Did you guys see the Kevin Smith Masters of the Universe news?
I did.
Did you guys, Z and Paul, did you guys see it?
I saw the news, and the only thing I think Stein sent a picture of it zoomed in that it's going to be an anime.
Yeah.
Is it anime or animated? Because there's a huge difference.
That's a good question. I think it's animated, but it could be anime. I'm just excited because
I don't think anime is a terrible thing. At least it's going to be quality.
Because Batman anime was so great.
Well, it could be like She-Ra and like half-assed 2-year-old animation.
Oh.
Well, Kevin Smith is a big fan of this culture, so I'm hoping he does something that people
Wouldn't it be
would
hard
love.
for him to mess it up?
Yeah.
I mean, considering how big of a fan he is, it'd be surprising if he didn't do something right.
And
I'm
it'll
gonna
create
give him benefit of the doubt to start.
it'll create buzz for the live action. I know there's a lot of rumors about the live action, and that kind of died out a little bit, so I'm hoping more buzz will be created because of this news about the live action movie.
Can I ask a question though? It says it picks up where the original series left off. Was there really an ongoing story in the original series?
No, but the Image series was really good, the recent one. So maybe they're talking about that. Are they talking about the original animation or the original comic series?
I don't know. I guess I just assumed animation, but I'm like,
It's very cloak and dagger right now.
a significant ongoing story per se, other than
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you what it was if there was one.
Well, it's a little early, and I'm sure that news is out there if anybody in the chat has any answers to those questions. I'm just excited to see something finally showing up. We've been talking about the movie for a while, and that kind of hasn't happened. So,
Ultramax said Netflix anime was good. I mean, if it looks anything like Castlevania, that's solid.
Oh, yeah,
Castlevania was excellent. Yeah.
I couldn't get into the Godzilla. I couldn't finish it. At least I don't think I finished it. There was a Godzilla anime Netflix exclusive.
Yeah, I think I didn't see it. I think I can't get into it either.
Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. You never know.
I can go through these real quick. I wanted to talk about a couple things happening on the website. We have a second chance giveaway for the one-stop shop Electric Black #2. I don't know if I can post. If anyone else can post the link while I talk.
Yeah, I'll do it.
YouTube.
I'll do it.
I don't know if I have permission or not anymore.
You do, but it's okay.
My rights have been revoked for a short time. CBSI also did a spotlight on Bat Comic Shop, who is owned by CBSI member Andy Taverlin, who also writes our Indie Spotlight series. And
Big shout out to Andy.
Yeah, definitely. Big shout out. Andy hooked me up on those Punishers back when, and those are still awesome.
I met Andy at in Charlotte. It was a very pleasant meeting. He was a really nice guy, and all good things to say about him.
He had he did a limited to 120 copies of his book or a variant rather, for Show's End, and I think it sold out in a day. If I'm not mistaken. So good for him. Check him out, Bat Comic Shop, and we also have Simple Man's Comics, who's co-host for our Bolo show and our other CBSI YouTube stuff, has a premium Bolo mystery box that you can get by signing up for Simple Man's Patreon, but they're also giving one away. So we'll get the link out to that website. And if you're listening on iTunes or
It's up there.
anywhere else, those are available on the CBSI website. And I just scroll down a little
So,
bit. But
so the rules, there are some rules on the box. So you have to subscribe to Simple Man's Comics YouTube channel, and you got to be in the U.S. and you have to be older than 18, I guess.
And I think we all know that that's going to be a killer mystery box if we, if Brian and Jack have any say in it, it's going to be pretty cool.
I mean, I heard it's going to be AO-15s. So
yeah, across the board. They bought out all the graded issues.
Yeah, I mean it was bananas. I mean,
I have some some signed memorabilia from a famous comic artist I'd like to throw in as well. Mr. Simpleman, if you're listening, reach out to me and we'll get that out to
you. Maybe you can throw the Witcher OA in there. Maybe they'll do a deal on that.
Yeah, definitely. But definitely sign up and subscribe, like and subscribe those guys too, because they got some good content coming out as well. And also want to shout out if you guys are listening outside of YouTube or the replay or whatever, leave us a comment if there's anything you like or don't like. Let us know either on the website
or the members of this podcast.
And you 30 guys watching, why don't you hit the thumbs up on us?
Yeah, subscribe to, like it, subscribe it.
We're heading towards 500.
Yep.
We are.
Feedback would be great. So
yeah, we got 471. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, we're rolling.
Maybe
baby.
we should do something. Let's try and have a contest, giveaway for when we hit that 500 mark.
Well, I got a Teen Titans 12 I can give away right now.
I got some original art. Paul's got some prints.
Yeah. That's gonna be sweet.
I'm about to get rid of this cat right here. That's biting the hell out of me right now. So.
I want to give some love to the website. Check us out. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on MeWe as well. And for our, if you haven't found it yet, that's kind of where our Google Plus migrated to. And so we try to keep it fresh and keep everybody updated.
Yep, comicbookinvest.com. Check it out.
Cool.
So another big crazy thing that's going on right now is the Spawn books. We all know about the 298 through 300 craziness, but some of these con variants, the Boston City Comic Con variant and the San Diego Comic Con variant, are just going nuts. Have you guys been looking in on that at all?
No. I don't know. As much Spawn as I like, I really haven't. I mean, I saw there was a lot of coverage for at least 300, but I don't know.
Yeah, I got some pictures I'll pull up here.
I saw they're going for solid money. What, $350 for the Boston Comic Con one?
Yeah.
No, he was there and he was signing at Boston. I know that for sure. So were they signed, or I guess they were just raw?
I don't know. Here, I'll go ahead and share my screen here. And you guys can see that. If I get to it. Jesus, where are we? There we go.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Oh, what is that? Holy cow.
Shut it down. Shut it down.
All right.
We are losing him.
Yeah. So Spawn number 299. This is the Boston Comic Con variant. Out of I think 300. Does that sound right, guys?
Yep.
So, a beautiful cover. I believe this is Matina. It looks like Matina. So this is the one that's kind of going crazy on eBay right now. A lot of people are talking about. I believe. Big shout out to Doc Joe. Doc Joe picked one up, I believe. Beautiful cover. I know, we talked about the Matina stuff and him pulling an Arthur Sidem this last year, and hopefully he's learned from that, and some picture doesn't come out where he's ripped this off of that, but it's beautiful, especially that skull face on the green part. I don't know if he's holding that skull. It looks like he's holding it.
That's a rip off of your Watcher sketch.
Holy shit, you're right. Which part? That just little tiny part in the bottom right corner?
Yeah. The green glowing glob.
Yeah. But so yeah, that's a beautiful cover. And then the here we go. Let's do this. This is the McFarlane cover that came out for issue 300. I don't know what you guys think about that. I like the black and white. I'll buy any McFarlane sketch covers.
I think for 300, I mean, as historic, epic history making, I think he could have done a little better.
Yeah. Well, here's the.
It's a good image. It's not a.
No, I just thought, yeah, no, yeah.
I like it. I'm gonna buy one. This is definitely gonna be the one that I buy, other than the homage covers. I'm kind of waiting for the price to go down on the basic covers because I think those will drop. But some of these bigger ones,
I don't think the print run's gonna be small.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the was it black and white too? The Venom that he did.
Yes.
It was like a 1 in 500. That was.
But that was old art.
That wasn't him. That was them. That was Marvel taking art out of a page.
Oh.
That wasn't original art from him.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say that was rough.
So. Oh boy, I don't know. I think that I'm a fan of any McFarlane art, and I've always loved Spawn. I didn't keep with it for all those issues, but I'll buy them. I'm gonna buy them. I just gotta wait for the price to kind of drop a little bit.
Well, in today's market, buy week 1 or 2. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
If you don't get it covered, just wait.
Yeah. Kind of along the lines of Venom and that stuff, the Carnage books, the Absolute Carnage books we're starting to see some of the Dave Johnson or Mark Bagley sketches that are showing up in random, and I'm so stoked that Marvel did this. I think that's something that we talked about many times on the show, for Marvel to do some type of cool variant, taken along the lines of the sports cards industry with inserts and stuff and getting random cool stuff. I think they should have done this a long time ago. They tried to do it with some of the blind bag variants in DC, which worked great.
Harley Black book.
Yep. So, and some of the Walking Dead blind bag variants, I think, had sketches.
They did.
But they need to do this more. It would really inject some much needed
life into books.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you guys think about those?
I'm all for it too. I mean, for people who are not, for LCSs who are ordering a ton, it just gives it a better incentive than just. And plus it's random theoretically, and it's better than trying to order 50 of a book when you don't have to order 50. You can order 10, maybe you get one.
Yeah. Here's I'll do a quick share again, and I'll bring this. This is one of the 4 that's been found. Let me go ahead and share this. This is one of the 4 that has been found. This is the 6 of 20 Bagley sketch, and that's beautiful. That one is really good.
Yep.
So
I bet it shows for like $500 on eBay. Somebody put it up.
Oh yeah.
Is that just on the back?
Inside cover. It looks
inside
like it.
cover.
So are these they're not special printed books, so you can't identify them? Like kind of the blind bag ones with DC, you could almost tell they were a little heavy.
I didn't know that.
I don't think
they had a sketch cover on top of the book. Not that you would, because it wasn't worth it, but remember how card collectors would weigh things and do crazy shit? You could almost tell the difference.
I don't know yet.
Yeah. It says here, let's see here what it says on the bottom of this. Let's see if it says anything. This is one of only 20 original sketches drawn by Carnage co-creator Mark Bagley. This is 6 of 20. Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what all the other sketches look like. Are they all the same? Do they look different?
Yeah.
What's funny? Maybe somebody finds one in like 10 years in a book somewhere.
That would be awesome.
There's probably somebody who hasn't even looked and paid attention to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they? I didn't know. Are they polybagged? They have to be, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they're polybagged in a black bag, so you can't just. Every once in a while, you'll go into one of these Walmarts or Targets, and you'll see a person standing at the cards, just totally feeling the packs and trying to search the packs, and so. I hope people aren't doing that with this book and ruining them, because that's what happens with a lot of the cards. They ruin some of the cards, but
I don't know. People are asking out of how many books out there. I don't think we know how many books are out there yet.
Well, there's 20 sketches, and there's probably for that run, there's got to be at least 200,000 copies, right?
That's a pretty higher number.
Well, they're redoing the whole Carnage thing, and they're trying to play off it pretty big. Let's say 100,000 copies. That's still
Yeah, 100's a pretty reasonable number.
And to have 20 out of those, only 20 books, that should put some value on those sketches, not just because they're sketches by Mark Bagley, but because they're only 20 out of the 100,000 books, and it gives it some extra special rarity.
Oh, Bolo said that some are sold, some are raw. No idea. They aren't polybagged. So
That's crazy. How did
That is weird.
Comic Man 80 said the same thing, no polybag. How do they?
But I don't know if all the shops knew about it.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so Bolo said he sold some raw and had no idea to check. So
Yeah, so Bolo probably sent out whoever
Bolo
got
had 19 of them and sent them out in the boxes, dude.
Yeah.
it's inside the back cover. It's
So,
the inside back cover.
Unofficially, you heard it here first. There's a chance of that book being in the mystery boxes, or is that just a complete lie by me? I think that's probably a lie. Yeah.
No, you don't know. You just got to keep buying them. Who knows?
Guaranteed sketch one, I think.
Yeah. Big shout out to Jack and Brian. Keep killing it, guys.
Yep. So I kind of shared this earlier today. So as my affinity for everything Nintendo or everything like old school cartridge wise, I saw this. I didn't know if anybody actually looked at it, but so somebody shared, and it's Comic Dunes. He shared this bad boy today. He rocked a Stadium Events. So this is a pretty rare Nintendo game in general.
Yeah, it's like the one everybody's looking for. This is the grail.
Yep, and it's even more rare that it has the original box, booklet, and game plan, and cartridge sleeve. I mean, you could probably buy those, but it has it all. The box is in decent condition theoretically. I mean, it's a little beat up, but he's gonna get it graded at WADA. So,
nice.
So it's gonna. I don't even know what it's gonna catch. I mean, you can see there's. It has box, but I mean, it's not gonna be like pristine, obviously, or sealed or anything of that nature.
Let's take a look and see what some of the other ones have sold for. Go ahead, I'll take a look at that.
Oh, I mean, I can just do it here. It's fine. I don't even know what if it's even. Hey, $20. This one's okay. So look at this one. This is a This is a PAL B import, and this is just right now is $9.49 or best offer. So that's $1,000 book or $1,000 game right there.
And I remember
what does PAL B mean?
So there's like different regions and stuff like that. So it could be USA, it could be PAL B, it could be Scandinavian. So it's Scandinavian.
Well, a one that was graded VGA 75 went for
right there.
$1,300. That's crazy.
Let me see if I can see the original listing. Yeah, it's right here. So this is a PAL Scandinavian version, and yeah, it went for a lovely $1,300. Which, I mean, so Stadium Events came out in Nintendo back in the day, but it was a pretty rare. Like everybody had Mario, so like Stadium Events came out like wasn't it the Japanese first consoles? I think came out with Stadium Events only, and a few Americans.
Yeah,
So.
and there's some sales that I don't know what they got for them, but $4,000 the best offer, 15,000 best offer. So I imagine
This sold for literally $4,000. Just the cartridge itself sold for this is 4Gs.
That's unreal. That's just so cool.
4,000.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're at a comic book or a garage sale and you see one rolling around, it might be worth something.
Yep, that's one to be on the lookout for.
Indeed. So it's interesting. So that's we have that, and then that was my little thing for that, and then we have we're starting this thing for like we had a reading club back in the day, and we did trade paperbacks and stuff like that, and it worked a little bit, but I think a lot of people have been talking about House of X and Powers of X, like two comic book series that just came out 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. We're gonna start reading that as a group. So if you guys want to follow along, we won't do it tonight because nobody had a chance to read it besides me and Brian, kind of, and I didn't really read all of it. So we're gonna start reviewing that, and we can start showing people House of X and Powers of X and
I think it's a really good one to follow along with because it's just starting. Majority of us kind of came into this game based on the X-Men, or the X-Men were a big part of our childhood with the animated series and stuff like that. So this is a great jumping on point, and Hickman's really wanting to clean up the X-Men universe, and the continuity in that universe is just complete garbage. So there's a lot of people talking about this book, and I've heard a lot of people say that they want to hear more reviews about it and would like to,
I think the last X-Men I read was Ultimate X-Men.
I used to watch a cartoon, so
Yeah.
I read that the Uncanny X-Force for a while, but that was a while back.
The first I watched, I read House of X, the first one. I actually did the director's cut, which is way too long, but I read that one and it was great. I had no problem with it. It was pretty refreshing to have like a decent new reboot of it.
Yeah. Big shout out to Comic Man Andy. Let me know that my phone was a little loud. Sorry about that, brother.
I at random off topic, I sold a set of those Ultimate X-Men hardcovers for I don't know how much. I think I shipped it overseas too, of like 1 through 9.
Mm-hmm.
I think. So I don't know if you're out at stores and stuff and see those hardcovers, maybe pick them up. They're
Cool.
a decent price.
So we kind of kept this one short today, since obviously there's only 4 of us, and then we're like almost at like an hour and some change. So, so next week we'll actually have a it's funny. On the community, I bought that Teen Titans. Somebody actually wants House of X 1 and 2 and Powers of X 1 and 2 right now. So basically, that's all we have for tonight, and then we can talk about the new X-Men books next week.
Yeah, definitely. If the listeners are out there and want to follow along, jump on with us and talk about it with us. Jump in the chat and then tell us what you think of the book. It's supposed to be really good. We all know Hickman's a good writer, so definitely jump on with us. And once this little series event ends, maybe we'll decide where we want to go from there.
Yeah, it's just be more interactive with the audience and trying to roll through it and see what happens.
Yep.
So, well,
Cool.
All right, boys. Good show. Anybody have any lasting thoughts before we kill this thing?
I want to give a shout out to the people in the chat. I'm just going to go through Joshua Vincent. Appreciate it. Andy, again, we appreciate it. 9 Square Circles, Adam, Ultra Maximus. So there's a lot of people that we enjoy your participation, and keep it up. It helps us out a lot.
Cool. Well, all right, boys. We'll see everybody next week then, next Monday.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Bye.